Improving your hip mobility can help with both pain and injury and improve performance. Myself and Kate are going to go through a series of exercises now that you can do. It takes about 10 or 12 minutes. You can do it at home or you can do it pre-activity, and it can help for both of those reasons. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to let us know. We'll be glad to get back to you. My name is Tommy Brennan. I'm the owner of the Pain and Performance Clinic based in Lucan in Dublin. So let's start with a few exercises first with the bands. So we're going to start off with the lying bridge. Kate is going to put the band up over her knees, starting off in this position. So feet about hip width apart, then pushing your knees out as far as you can. So as much tension as possible through here, and then you're just bridging your hips up and down. Now the purpose of this as you go is that you feel some muscle activity in around the hip area. So keep a lot of intent out into the band. Depending on the strength of the band, you might have to do 5 of them or 10 of them, then take a little break and repeat that 3 or 4 times until you get sufficient work up around the hips here, about a 7 out of 10 effort. That's the first exercise. Let's go straight on to the next exercise, and we're going to go straight into a banded squat with rotation. So again, this is designed so it can be done very, very quickly. You can get a lot of work done in a very short amount of time. After about 10 squats, bring your feet in about 2 inches, holding it down there. Push the knees out and back. Again, the purpose of this is that you feel muscle activity up around the hip area. So if you do 10 of those, then 10 rotations, and repeat that again, that would be your set there. And then we're going to go straight into our third and final band exercise, where you're squatting into one position and you're tapping your toe out the way. Now, the purpose of this though, or what I want you to do in this exercise, is maintain outward pressure with this knee out into the band. What should happen here is that you feel more muscle activity up around the outside of the left hip. Again, go to about a 7 or 8 out of 10 effort, and then change legs. And again, as you're doing it here, outward pressure with the knee into the band so you feel more muscle activity here. So there's your 3 banded exercises. Takes about 3 minutes. Fly around and do all of that again, 2 sets of it, and then we move on to the next stage. The next exercise we're going to do is called the 90-90 hip rocks. So just in a seated position, if you can, just rotate, and you're going to face, your upper body is going to face this direction whenever you go. If it's too difficult for you, it's fine to put a hand on the ground. Again, you're just trying to have a smooth movement and rock over and back about 10 times. We're going to pair that with the groin rock exercises. So, second exercise which you can pair with it. So, in this position here, just sitting back and coming forward, and what should happen is that you feel a little bit of a stretch along the inside of this groin. Again, do 10 or 12 and then change legs. So the 90-90 and the groin rocks, I would pair those 2 together, and again repeat it so you get 2 sets of that done. Let's move on to our next exercise, which is the heel to toe exercise. What we're going to do is, starting in this position, have downward pressure through your hands into the ground, so there's not going to be a lot of movement through your back here. Start with your toe in the ground here, and then you just lift your toe up 2 or 3 inches, and the key is that you touch your heel off the ground. So only bring your foot up to the point where your heel can touch it off the ground. Even if that happens to be here, that's fine. But staying relatively strict there, getting your foot up a few inches and bringing it up as far as you can to tap your heel off the ground. What you should feel here is that you feel a decent bit of activity in around this area here. Again, do about 12 on this leg and then 12 on the other leg. Now, we're going to pair that with the side to side stretch. So, feet nice and wide, keeping your little toes on the ground, and you're just going to try and sit into your hips. At this stage, with the band exercises and so on, you're going to be, nice and warm. You'll feel a little bit of fatigue in around your hips, but you'll have a little bit more access to movement here. And now we want you to sit into it as far as you can, keeping your little toe on the ground as you move over and back. Over and back is 1. Again, let's say 10 or 12 reps. So the toe to heel and the side to side, let's pair those together and again do 2 sets of it. On to our final 2 exercises. We're going to go with the hip drops. So putting your hands on or underneath your runners, and then you're sitting down and popping back up. You're going to feel quite a little bit of a stretch along both hamstrings. And again, 10 or 12 reps is going to be fine for that. And let's pair that with the last exercise, which is the hip holds. So if you want to hold on to something here, you're going to bring your knee up and out as far as you can and open it up. Now, when you take your hand away, don't allow this knee to drop. So take your hand away, you're still facing forward. Here you should feel muscle activity and work this hip a little bit, and you're also going to feel your hip flexor on this side. This is a pretty tough one. Hold it up and out for 15 seconds and then change legs. So again, you're still facing forward. You're going to feel this hip here, hip flexor here, staying upright, 15-second hold, and again, just do it twice on each leg. So there's our sequence. Seems quite short, get it done in about 12 minutes. It's really going to open up that area which is ideal for pre-activity, pre-runs, pre-training matches or training, and it can help you train better and help get rid of some groin and hamstring tightness and aches and pains. Any questions, reach out and we'll be glad to help.